Hey everyone, AI has been around for a little while now. I've made a ton of videos for it for print on demand, but the question still is, do AI designs sell on print on demand? Now the short answer is yes, but the longer answer is not everything that AI makes is great for print on demand. So in this video I wanted to show you some of the things that I think sell really well on print on demand, more specifically Amazon, that are done with AI. At least I'm guessing that they're done with AI. We're going to take a look at these. I'm going to give you my thoughts on why these are working and how much they've sold. And I'm also going to show you some of the things that I've made with AI and some of the sales that I've been getting with those. So let's get into Amazon right now. We're going to go into Pretty Merch Pro and I'll show you some of the top sellers that I think are made with AI. Alright, so here I am on Amazon Merch on Demand. I'm using Pretty Merch Pro Plus. I'm on the Research tab, and these are showing the top sellers right now, today, on Amazon with Amazon Merch on Demand. These are the Merch on Demand top sellers, not top sellers overall, but these are selling. So disregard these Mickey Mouse ones. For some reason it's in there. But if we look at these, we can take a look and see that AI designs, at least the things that I think are made with AI, are cracking into the top 10, top 20 designs. Like this one right here, I believe is made with AI. I believe this one is. This one is. Let's see. I'm sure this one is. So let's take a look at those first. And I'll click on these. Now this one is, I've showed this before, is a trend called the, what I call the Japanese posters. There's a bunch of these on here. We'll take a look at some of those, and I think they're made with AI just because I was able to create them in AI, and this is really like just a very niche kind of thing. So my guess is it's made with AI. Take a look at this. If you look at it, like, I think the drawing is kind of like that too. If somebody actually drew this by hand and did it, it's amazing. But AI did this, and so I think AI did this again. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't do it this one myself, but I wanted to show you how many sales it made. So 759 sales, selling at $16.99. So I'll do the calculations right here, and this shirt made a lot in the last, like, this was just made last year, 7 months ago, and it's doing really well. And I believe it's made with AI. The reason I think this does really well as far as an AI design is because it's something that's really hard to do by yourself. Like if you were trying to put all these things together, you kind of have to be a really good graphic designer. So it looks amazing. It has that feel, of vintage feel, and it's just trending right now. So you can see it's a little different than your traditional t-shirt design, and that's kind of what I want to talk about with AI. You kind of want to use AI to do something different than that's already there, right? So this definitely stands out in the top, here 20. Let's take a look at another one. So this is kind of the same idea, Japanese posters, right? So if we did Japanese, you can see I've done this in a video before, but like a lot of these look like they're made with AI, and that's just a big trend right now. And so I think yeah, and they're definitely different looking than your traditional sandwich method with the words on the top, the graphic, and the words on the bottom, right? These are more detailed. They look like real cool posters, and they're just cool, right? So I would say that's one of the things to use AI for. Let's go back to the top 10. So here we are again. Let's take a look. This kind of is in the same category, but this one is a different category. So I'm going to show you this one. I also believe this is made with AI just because it definitely looks like it's made with AI. You got a cat holding a selfie, doing a selfie with a UFO in the back. Of course, it's an AI. It looks photorealistic, but obviously not a real photo. So this goes into the category of amazing things, unrealistic, realistic photos, if that's a thing. So I think this is a real strong point for using AI, of, again, doing things that can't be done without AI. So I'm gonna go back here. You can see 1,282 sales made back in 2023, so more than a year ago, but it's doing really, really well, and I'll put what it's made so far at this price point. Of course, the price could have gone up and down, but this is just what I think it could have made. And this is definitely in the style of, like I said, these posters. And I don't know if selfie is the right word. Let's see if there's more here with selfie. Yeah, so there's a bunch, right, that do really well. Another AI, do AI designs work? Yeah, they're selling. Here's another one that's selling. Here's another one that's selling, and so on. So there's a bunch in this category that sells and does really well. All right, so back here to the trending ones, I'm just going to scroll down a little bit and you're going to see this, I think, again, is another AI. You can see a bunch of AIs here. So just proving the point that AI works. What types of AI designs sell? Well, here's another one. This one has like the starry sky in the background, but it mashed it up with a black cat on here. So this is not the original design, but it's kind of inspired by Van Gogh's Starry Night. And so we can see 657 here times by the royalties you get from here, and this is what you would get. And the thing I think why this one works for AI is because it's a mashup of styles and stuff, which is really hard to do on your own. Again, we're seeing the trend, the things that are kind of hard to do on your own do really well as AI, because one, it's cool, and two, it's hard to do, and three, like, it stands out, right? Like when you scroll through here of your top things, it really stands out. So they're finding a niche. You know, these are some trends that are popping up, like the funny selfie, the Japanese posters, and the what do we see? Mashups of artwork. But what about things that aren't trends? So I'm gonna try and see if I can find some things on here that aren't trending and see how well they do as well. So I know that capybaras are doing well. They're not necessarily trending, but they are an animal that is pretty popular. So I'm going to hit search here and let's see if AI is doing for that. Yeah, so look at this one right here. You can see a bunch of these probably are AI. I would guess this one is, probably this one, most likely this one right here, either that or photoshopped, right? And some of these look like they could be done with AI, but this one, I'm not 100% sure, but AI can do this, right, of capybara. So let's assume this was made by AI. You can see it's different. It's a mashup. If you're playing games, oops, I forgot here. The reason why I think it's AI, done in 2024, and just, it looks cool. It's a different style. 434 designs times by that. And so I would say use AI for things like this. You can see it doesn't have words, but it's a cool mashup of favorite animals. And you can kind of break into these different ones with the use of AI. Just make sure that it's something that people want to buy. And when we look at this, this is really cool for people who love gaming and capybaras. It's something that I think people would love to buy. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we could find. We did see a little bit of that one with the Japanese poster. So I'm gonna do, instead of just monsters, I'm gonna do Kaiju, and that's a big one. And we can see some of these, like this was, I think, was made with AI. We're gonna skip over that because we talked about Japanese posters. But what about this one here? Pretty cool, right? I believe this was done with AI. It looks like it does. You can kind of even see like the knockout of the white here that people tried to do, and kind of the mashup of different things here kind of makes it look like AI. Not 100% sure again, but let's assume that this was made with AI. 336 designs, 336 sales since last year, only 8 months ago, selling at $16.99, and this is the profit. So the reason why I think this works, again, it's a mashup of different things. It's cool. It's something that you typically wouldn't do, but it's very creative here. And you can see a lot of these don't have words on them with the AI. I'm going to show you some that do. Some of mine do, but this one doesn't, and it's selling well. So again, this one is kind of cool too, right? When can you have this? Definitely looks like AI. But it's really cool. So again, with the Japanese style here. Last one that I wanted to show you is, I've noticed this on here, and I've done a few myself, but it isn't as popular. I did a iguana last year playing a guitar, but take a look at these. A cat playing a guitar, that looks like it's AI. This kind of looks like it's AI. This cat skeleton, this kind of mashing it all up. This cat Japanese style playing a guitar, right? So we're mashing up different trends. Again, no words. Let's take a look at this one. Again, I'm looking at the top sellers just to show you that they are selling. Answering the question, does AI sell? Yes, it does. Look, $4.98 sales, made over a year ago at $17.90. This is how much this one made here. And again, the trend is, well, in this case, guitars, an animal playing a guitar. So I wanted to show you some of those, but again, we're still looking at the top sellers. So I wanted to be more realistic and show you what I actually used AI for and what I made since last year in my Design with Detour. I'm going to take a few examples from there and show you that it does work for regular people like us, that they'll sell on here, not just the top sellers. So here's one that I made with AI. You might have seen this on my video that I did before, but this is definitely made with AI, ChatGPT. I made this last year and I put the words jamming on it. It's a strawberry, speaking of guitars, strawberry playing a guitar. So that's very popular and it's fun. It's something that hasn't been done before. It's a mashup, it's a pun. So these are some types that you would use AI for. And it works with text on here too. So I think I got 11 sales with this, made $53.79 for something that I made with AI mostly. I added the text in here, but this part right here, the strawberry playing a guitar, was made with ChatGPT and AI. Here's another fun one that I did using AI and ChatGPT. Again, I added some text in here, but you know, like we saw in the other ones, you don't necessarily have to add text in yours. I just like adding it. And this is kind of neat because we've never seen nuggets just relaxing in a hot tub of sauce, right? So that's what makes it funny. It's it's a food trend right now. People love nuggets, or they call them nugs. So this is saucy nugs here. I made 16 sales with this and made a total of $90.08. But wait, there's more. This is only the t-shirt version. Let me show you what else I made with this same graphic. So this graphic was also used on a premium shirt, on a phone case, on a V-neck. I actually put it on multiple products. And these are the ones that sold. And I also changed up the text on one of them. So instead of saying saucy nugs, this is why I like adding text. We can use the same graphic and change the text and say living that nug life. And this one actually sold too. So it actually brought in a total of $125.59. So yes, AI designs work. Let me show you one last one. That was one of my favorites. So this is another style that can work using AI, and AI is great at doing photorealistic photos. And this was done in AI. I didn't take this photo. I just made it with Midjourney. This was not part of my Design with Detour. I made this even before that. And it got me 29 sales with a total of $142.68. But it's just a really cool scenic photo, right? And you can do this with palm trees. You could do this with different destinations. AI is great at making photorealistic photos, and especially scenic photos, which I think will do really well because people love just a nice scene back there. And you could make it any color. I did this more of a kind of amber kind of feel right here, but you can make your designs any way that you want. So like the previous one, I sold more than just a t-shirt, just one more product. Let me show you. So I also put this on a phone case, and the phone case sold as well. So this gave me a total of $148.46. So there you go. Hopefully this video answers that question. Do AI designs sell? Yes, they do. And hopefully these examples show you the kinds of things that AI is really strong in and does really well, and what people actually want to buy. So don't go and use AI just to make your version of something that's already out there. I think you can use it to be even better. Do things that people want to buy, but do things that are very creative and original. Mashups and photorealistic things, and you know, all these things, these creative things that you can do with AI that just are fantastic and people want to buy because they're so different than what's already out there. So you use AI creatively. Lots of examples out there: ChatGPT, Leonardo, Mystic. There's a ton of them out there that can help you create designs that can sell. Now, not all of these will be top sellers like the one I showed, but but you can still make hundreds of dollars with some of these, like I did with ChatGPT. Again, it's not everything AI sells. It's just like regular things. There's hits and misses, but I think it can be a very powerful tool to create something that's not out there already. So hopefully that was really helpful. If you want to see an AI app that I talked about recently, this one's Playground. I think this can really help you make some really cool designs as well. Thanks again for watching, and as always guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.